A big warm welcome to Kings Park, Hong Kong for the ARWC 2024. The tournament is a three-way round robin between Japan, Kazakhstan and home team Hong Kong. On Monday the 27th, Japan take on Kazakhstan. On the 1st of June, Saturday, Game 3 will be Hong Kong versus Kazakhstan at the football club, and a double header with the Hong Kong men's team taking on the United Arab Emirates in the men's ARC. But tonight we focus on Game 1, Hong Kong versus Japan. Now the significance of this tournament is huge. The overall winners will gain direct qualification for Rugby World Cup 2025 in England and a spot in WXV2. Runners-up will play in WXV3, so it's all on the line over the next 11 days. I'm joined on this Rugby Pass TV broadcast by Kim Senegogles. Welcome, Kim. How are you?
Thank you, Cookie. I'm so excited. We're right here for some good rugby. It's a big one to kick it off with.
Absolutely.
Japan are coming in as keen favourites today. They're ranked 11th in the world rankings. Hong Kong, China ranked 18th. But we haven't seen these two teams play each other for quite some time. Indeed.
It goes all the way back to Rugby World Cup in 2017 when Japan were 44 points to 5 winners. And so a good shot there of Royce Chan, who was one of the players in that game. So the Japan team coming off a big 2023, 9 test matches. Coach Leslie Mackenzie names her strongest possible side with World Cup qualification in mind. Their last match was a loss to Scotland, 38-7. They've made 6 changes since then. Coming into the starting line, Kitano, Sato, Nai, Hitada, Kagawa and Yasua, 11 changes in all. And look out for skipper Aroa Nagata at 7. So we're now going to have a look at the Hong Kong team, see the Japan flag bearer there. Good to see her. As I've said, the last time they had an encounter was a long while back in 2017. So the Hong Kong team, in contrast, only 3 tests in 2023. The last one being an agonising loss to Kazakhstan a year ago. Royce Chan, only 4 starters remain from that, and 10 overall changes from that last game. What do you make of this Hong Kong lineup, Kim?
I think they're obviously in a building phase. They've gone over to Australia, and also just before this tournament, they've been over in Japan, running training camps with the Japanese squad. They're really testing out players, moving people around. They took quite a big squad there. They've got some of the Sevens girls back. So we've got Natasha Olsen-Thorne there in outside centre. We've got Kaiyan Chong, great winger. She was in that World Cup squad two World Cups ago that was playing against Japan. So we've got the likes of them with the really great experience, and we're testing out a few of the newer girls. We've got both of our sisters here. We've got Kia Hirawini. Tanya Dodd's got her first start, second cap. She's in at hooker. So it's going to be really exciting just seeing how all these players take on that. I spoke to a couple of the girls. They've got the good nervous butterflies. Playing Japan always means so much. You can see the 2 teams lining up there.
So speaking to Leslie Mackenzie, the Japan coach yesterday, who's a former Canadian international, she basically said with World Cup qualification on the line, they are going full beans on both of these games. So they have picked absolutely the strongest possible side as the 2 sides come out, led by P.Y. Yun for Hong Kong and Nagata. One of the interesting statistics between these 2 games, average age of the Japan side only 23, and with Hong Kong it's all the way up at 28, and there are 4 girls who are only or below 20 and 21 in the Hong Kong side. So quite a few experienced heads in the side, Kim.
Yeah, hopefully that experience does well for Hong Kong. Probably expecting quite some fast, nippy play, Japanese style.
Yeah, interestingly, the starting pack weights 650 kilos for Japan and 630 for Hong Kong. So in the height stats though, pretty evenly matched, and certainly the tall timber in the line out for Hong Kong, Roshini, Turner, Baltazar and Shanna Forrest certainly match up well. It's going to be all about the battle of first phase. So there's Leslie Mackenzie as we line up for the Japan national anthem. Applause. There are a lot of Japanese nationals in here at Kings Park. So a rousing anthem there, People's Republic of China for the Hong Kong China team. So Christabel Lim from the Singapore Rugby Union, ably assisted by James Perry and Derek Chua on the AR flags, and we have a TMO, Yako DeVitt, probably from your home country, Kim. So an amazing mountain ahead of Hong Kong here. They've played 17 times before, only one win to Hong Kong, which was 10 years ago and 1 day to this very day when they won 15-14 at Aberdeen. So let's see if the omens are good on the 10th, on very nearly the 10th anniversary. So Christabel Lim there in shot. Hong Kong will be kicking off, playing in their blue shirts, playing from right to left as we look at this. And Fung kicks it deep and right, not immediately fielded by Japan. They carry it back into the contact and looking to put some width on this ball immediately. Good tackle in there from Baltazar. And the ball pulled all the way back there to Yasuo. An awkward bounce there. Well fielded by Hong Kong. Some real pressure and playing with advantage. Referee Lim blows up immediately.
Hong Kong will really,
first blood to Hong Kong.
Yeah, they really want it. You want to come out strong against a team you could feel intimidated by. So Hong Kong really want to put a hard stamp on this first little bit of play here. Nice to have a bit of a set piece, feel a bit in control.
So Fung with a decent kickoff and a good nudge to touch there gives Tanya Dar her first opportunity to throw into the line out. Playing in her 4th international now. Oh, and a good ball there to Chan. And a really good carry there from young Georgia Rivers. Oh, but a penalty there. holding on. A little bit of imprecision there from Hong Kong in the clean out, and Japan swooped on top of that. It's a deep kick, and has probably carved off a good 35 metres there, Kim. Really, really decent start for the Japanese to get in and over that ball.
Yeah, looking so calm and collected. Great kick there. They've really found themselves now in a good attacking spot here.
So, first throw for Taniguchi, and a good take there. And immediately good setup here, and Japan driving just inside the Hong Kong 22. Rashini Turner is there. She hasn't changed the bind. The referee is allowing her to stay there, but she'll need to now get round behind it. About 6 metres short of the line. Japan playing with advantage. Pull the ball out the back here. Some good defence there from Tash Olsen-Thorne. Zoe Smith on the pillar there. But Japan play a neat ball out the back there, and they get the ball into the hands of their winger. Yasuo, but the ball's gone loose. That's well fielded there by Kia Haruini.
It's an excellent pounce there from Haruini. Unfortunately, we're coming back here.
I'm pretty sure that Father Dino, Uncle Phil will be watching in from New Zealand. Proud family, and I'm sure Carmel will be in the ground cheering her on as well. So some impressive defence there, but it was a good setup at the line out. And looking for another good throw here from Taniguchi. Oh, a good take in the middle of the line out there from Sato. It's immediately gone to ground. Hong Kong are fighting for this, but Japan just smuggling the ball to the back there.
Excellent work in getting that ball out.
Decent first up defence from Hong Kong. Just about 7 or 8 metres now on a little drop through there. And it's well fielded there. A bit like a slip catch. So Hong Kong now 5 metres out from their own line.
Hong Kong choosing not to rush here.
Is staying calm. And Fung nails a decent touch finder, but the pressure is still on. Still inside their own 22. It's been a decent start, first 5 minutes of the game. I feel like both sides are just feeling their way out here. Good throw from Taniguchi. This is good work. Moving it into the midfield. Tsuka carries it in. It looks like Hong Kong have turned that ball over. Tash Olsen-Thorne with some great work over the ball there. They now move it. Trying to open a better angle up for a clearance kick there. Baltazar carries that in. Now they've pulled it deep. Fung, high hanging kick, but the pressure was on. Still about 10 metres from their own line. Under desperate pressure here, Kim.
Yeah, I think they're holding up quite well under the pressure. They seem to be calm, but they're really not doing themselves any favours not being able to get that ball out. So as much as they come away with the turnover, we've given the ball back to Japan.
So Taniguchi gets another opportunity to throw into the line out here. And that is a good jump at the front there from Sato again. Been the primary target, but they're getting driven towards the touchline. They bring it infield on a great offload there. Some really good work there from Hatada. Some desperate defence there and offside. So what will they do? Will they tap and go, or will they go for the line out? Referee Lim is giving Captain Woon the gears and told her too many offences here, and maybe the ball not given easily. Oh, and it looks like Japan are going for the first scrum of the game. This is a bold move, Kim.
Really a confident one as well. Nice to see these teams.
So just 5 meters. Japan have got about a 20 kilo pack weight advantage here. 650 versus Hong Kong 630. But Hong Kong matching them kilo for kilo in the front row. This will be a big first test for Hong Kong. And that's a decent set from Japan. And they force them away. Good step inside there. Another good tackle, but somebody's picked up a shoulder injury there. And they step the ball out wide, and the ball is slammed down, but I don't think it was grounded. Zoe Smith fighting for all she's worth there. The ball adjudged to have been grounded over the line, so I'm not sure whether that will be... I think, oh, they're going to look to the TMO to go back and see whether or not that ball was grounded. It was certainly spiked onto the floor, and it bounced up high, and Zoe Smith came away with it. Referee Lim wants to ask TMO Witt what the outcome is here.
Japan really moving that ball well for their set pieces. Attempting to find holes in the Hong Kong defense. Hong Kong really, though, have held up so well. I've been particularly impressed with their reaction times, and they have come away with turnovers often.
Let's just see there. Ooh. I would think that the TMO will want to see that frame by frame. Not sure if there was any separation, but it looks like the referee has awarded the try there. So a good finish in the end, and opening honours for Japan. 5 points to 0 in the lead. It was a decent finish in the end, and adjudged that there was no separation at the end there. So Kagawa there with the try, coming on just about 7 minutes.
Suka here lining up for the kick.
And Otsuka with a decent strike, and the conversion is good. So 7-0. So 8 minutes gone, Kim. Was a manful start, but after the first few minutes, been a lot of pressure, and we see on the replay here, they come to the right-hand side. She steps one way, then the other, and yeah, decent finish in the end. But I can see why the referee let it play on. So Fung hangs the kick onto the 22. A good solid carry back into the contact there. Japan shown a lot of ambition to move this ball. And finally going aerial, and that's a decent touch finder from deep within their own half. They pegged Hong Kong back to just outside their own 22.
Yeah, once again, Japan really making great use of a good kick there. Giving themselves so much territorial advantage here.
So Tanya Dar taking her time here, getting the call from Lau at the front of the line. Oh, it's a great take by Rashini Turner. Oh, and the ball popped up there to Shanna Forrest, but lost. Great work from Olsen Thorne on the ground there. Lau again with the ball. Japan jackling over. There's a decent counter up there from Otsuka, the fly half, as Hong Kong just caught a little bit, and Fung pushes it deep, and it's up to about halfway. And Japan are counter-attacking down that left flank. Good ball inside, but it's knocked on. Referee Lim calls for the scrummage. So Hong Kong struggling to clear their lines when they get put back, and I think we can probably think that Japan are going to keep forcing them back all day now. Kim?
Yeah, I just feel like Hong Kong hasn't quite found their rhythm yet. It's really just feeling like they're at ease as of yet. You really see a big difference between the boots at the moment. Japan's just coming on with waves of pressure.
There's been some decent play. Tash Olsen-Thorne in defence, coming up with a couple of turnovers. And also Georgia Rivers. So a decent scrummage there. And a good drive there by Rivers. But again, holding on the floor. The sharpness of the Japanese back row around this ball. I would imagine that the pace of this game for the girls, they haven't played an international for just about 12 months now. I know that they were in Japan in Fukuoka just about 10 days ago, but you cannot replicate the speed of a test match.
How I see, you can access the ball carrier, but I'll look closely.
So this game is being broadcast live on Rugby Pass TV. Taniguchi, and a great take there from Yoshimura. They've got the ball high there, and Turner has got her hands on it, and she's tackled her to the floor. And Turner is caught on the wrong side there, but it's judged a maul. Some great work there from Turner. Japanese number 8 and the guy there just held up. The ball wasn't got low early enough, and Turner just got herself in amongst it.
Yeah, from what initially looked like another great Japanese line out, Rashini Turner really showing her experience. Just got a great understanding of the game.
So a defensive scrum. Hong Kong have the feed. Al
Hong Kong
playing in her sixth.
Still a lot of pressure.
Sixth cap game, and Japan scrummage has really put some pressure on Hong Kong there. But Forrest comes away with the ball. Some really good work there on the blind side by Chan. And Baltazar drives it hard. Nagai trying to get in and above that. Hong Kong will need to be really clinical and hard on these clean-outs. Can actually just see the sort of nervous tension, and again, a real struggle to clear their lines here. Only about 10 metres out from their own line. About 13 and a half minutes gone now.
Let's go. Japan numbers.
So gives Taniguchi yet another opportunity. He's got Sato and Yoshimura in the middle of this line, both big, tall timber options. Sato takes it, much better set up by Japan this time. And they're looking to roll off down that left-hand side, left corner. And they go to ground, taking it to ground themselves. Just pulling the ball out there, and a wide cross kick. Oh, and it's just beaten the winger. But again, Japan still on the attack, about 6 metres out from the Hong Kong line here.
Love seeing a little cross kick option. Exciting watching Japan's decision making, mixing it up, moving it out wide. They really move the ball quickly and well in so many different ways.
Yasuo, the right winger for Japan, only came into the lineup after the captain's run yesterday. Tanya Dar, great take there by Chan. That's a really good carry. Shanna Forrest with a good clean out there. Japan are in and industrious over this ball every time.
Can't rest on your laurels in Iraq here.
Yeah, Baltazar just takes that tight, then Lau trying to set up a better angle to kick to the touch. Oh, and some huge pressure coming on from Japan there again. And Fong Hoi Ching is under some pressure to try and make some territory for her side here.
Don't block the ball, okay?
So Japan get another chance.
Let's go.
About 18, 19 metres out from the Hong Kong line. So Taniguchi gets the call. Oh, and it's slightly overthrown there. And the referee judges it not straight. Christabel Lim from Singapore Rugby Union. And it's a scrum with a feed. So still inside the 22.
Yeah, okay.
So Hong Kong will look to try and carve off some territory here and relieve this pressure. Japan's scrummage has looked relatively dominant, but Harawini doing a good job on the tight head side there, just holding it up, giving out enough time to clear the ball. Oh, good work there again, but Shanna Forrest comes off the back. So good clean out there from Georgia Rivers.
Use it.
A little bit of indecision here for Hong Kong.
And more pressure. You feel like this Japanese side is a bit like a huge, great boa constrictor. They are putting the pressure on. 7-0 lead with about 17 minutes gone. But after the two kickoffs, most of the action has been down in and around the Hong Kong 22. So Taniguchi getting the call there from Kato on another good ball off the top. Hong Kong need to come up hard in defence here. As Japan push this ball to the left side, some good post contact meters there. Good inside ball there to loose head prop Kato. But great work over the ball there again. Tash Olsen-Thorne. She has been one of the absolute stars for the Hong Kong team. 32 years old. Scored a try in the last outing the 15 side had against Kazakhstan. And the ball not quite gathered and bobbles into touch, so from the penalty it's a Hong Kong opportunity. So Da gets the chance to throw the ball in with a little bit of field position.
It's about the most breathing room Hong Kong's seen in a while. You've certainly been feeling the pressure.
Oh, good ball off the top there from Turner. Georgia Rivers with a really good run. A good setup there. Al digging this ball out. And they pull the ball deep to Fung. She pushes the ball through and a good bounce there for Hong Kong.
Hong Kong need to come up here and pressure.
And they've immediately pumped it deep. Puts the ball into the hands of fullback Sabay Lynham. She pushes the ball to Smith, puts her under pressure, but Olsen-Thorne comes up with it. Hong Kong's most experienced player.
You're needing someone to fight through a defence line. Olsen-Thorne is your girl.
Oh, some great work there from Chan. And Fung pushes it deep again, but it's well gathered in the backfield by Japan. And they look to shape up and come back. Great kick chase there from Zoe Smith.
Zoe Smith wrapping up Japan. A great tackle there. Finds herself at the bottom and stuck though.
Digging this ball out. Tatsuki, this all-action half-back, and they spread the ball to the left. And the ball goes down, and the referee adjudges that to have been a forward pass. So trying to get the ball into try scorer Kagawa's hands. Some of the Hong Kong support there really getting involved. And skipper Nagata, 27 caps, made her debut against Hong Kong in 2016. And she plays for the ARWC Queen Club. Most of the Japan ladies are semi-professionals, if not students. Usually having to work in the mornings and getting to go and play rugby in the afternoons. And essentially all of the Hong Kong girls are amateurs, except those who are at the Hong Kong Sports Institute and part of the Sevens programme. As Olsen Thorne, really strong. Look at that carry after the contact. Chan with the ball inside. Balthazar, she's put in some really good carries. And Al there pulls it behind Lynham, and Fung springs Zoe Smith. Makes the breach into the 22. This is the most promising play that we've had from Hong Kong. They go to the open side again. Fung, really good hard line there. Starting to put some pressure as they look both left and right here. Now eventually comes to the left. Chan, the ball spills out as she's tackled. And it's adjudged to be forwards. And the skipper there, Pun Wei Yan, PY, goes chasing after it, but some real heartening phases there, Kim.
Super positive play there from Hong Kong. You can see the excitement. The girls were out of their own half. They're looking at the try line. They're putting great bits together there.
So looking at the replay there, I think that ball was ripped backwards by Japan in the contact. But PY was adjudged to have just pushed the player in the back before she had the ball. So Japan just inside their own half, with Taniguchi with another throw into this line out. Oh, good ball off the top there.
Their set pieces are so clean from this Japan team.
Good ground made there in the midfield. But Hong Kong staying connected, and the ball's gone down. Japan flooding back onto it. Olsen Thorne, and it looks like the ball's gone into touch. So some good pressure, really good 6 or 7 minutes here from Hong Kong, Kim.
Yes, after dealing with waves and waves of pressure from Japan, it was nice to see Hong Kong being the ones to put the pressure on.
And it's actually good to see Tanya Dar there wiping the ball, just taking her time, and clearly Royce Chan and the coaching team have said to Hong Kong, stay composed, stay calm. Another good take by Roshini Turner. Oh, and a good drive there from the skipper. And a decent clean out there by Thorne. Chan runs up a dark alley there. Al on some good work there. Lynham just drops the ball in contact. Oh, and that's a deep ball as Fung comes back for it, but the referee has adjudged the knock on. So Lynham playing in only her third test, the 21-year-old from the Kowloon club. She's obviously had a fantastic domestic season for Kowloon.
She's certainly been very exciting to watch here in Hong Kong's domestic rugby.
Has also played a lot of sevens for Hong Kong as well in those 10 to 21 years. So Tsuzuki with the feed to this Japanese scrummage. Will they look to keep this one in and drive? But it's a good scrummage from Hong Kong. There's Japan, and Olsen Thorne there with another great tackle. On a good offload in the contact there. And again, Japan pump the ball deep. Zoe Smith tries to haul it in, but the ball has gone into touch. Zoe doing everything she could to try and keep that one in.
Yeah, Zoe Smith just celebrated her birthday last week. She's
so as we watch this replay here, she just got her fingertips to it. And so it's a Japan throw. Smith. Oh, and a great play there. In and out. And a good score for Japan. Iroha Nagata, the skipper. Some good work round the front of the line out there from Taniguchi to her loose head prop. So
Japanese fans there in shut cheering on their team. What an excellent little piece of play there.
So some really good work here from Japan if we watch this. So to the loose head on the front of the prop, and Taniguchi just drew the man, and Iroha just too big, too strong there, playing in a 28th cap game today. She actually played head-to-head in the last game that Hong Kong played Japan against Tash Olsen-Thorne in the midfield. All that time ago, back in 2017 in the Rugby World Cup. So Otsuka looking for the extras. That's a really good strike, but just off to the right. And so the score remains 12 points to 0 with 27 minutes gone. You kind of feel that Japan, you know, were being rocked by Hong Kong there, and one knock on and a decent kick, and then they just went for a training ground move there, and Iroha Nagata is not going to miss from that distance there. So 12 points to 0, and Fung comes back to halfway. Again, just taking their time, Hong Kong.
Jasmine Fung there.
Deep kick to the right-hand side. And Japan carry it back, hard into contact. And again, Kato being wrestled to the floor there by Tanya Dar. Chan fighting over the top there. I'm not quite sure what the referee, she said offside, but for all money, she looked like she came straight through from the rear foot of the ruck, but the referee's obviously got a much better view of that than we have.
Have a bit of pressure at the ruck.
So Otsuka carves off some 20 metres, and it's a... So she came straight round the side of that ruck. I thought she had all option to that, but Christabel Lim rules the penalty. Now Japan have another throw-in just on the 22, and Sato with another good take. Some good work in the midfield, but
Hong Kong
have dropped it. Just fluffing their lines there. And the ball knocked on there, deep there by Kagawa. Hong Kong playing advantage, and Turner gets her hands on the ball, lays it back. So Hong Kong flooding forward, and skipper.
On the attack on the halfway line now, Hong Kong, they're moving it left. Zoe Smith's got her hands up. She's a bit of space out on the left.
So
Here she goes. She's a tough one to stop. She gets pummeled by two Japanese players.
Great work there by Smith.
Ball is there.
And it's taken Hong Kong some time, and they go to a one-off runner in Harawini. As Al digs this ball out.
Tanya Dar. crashing through the middle here. She's fighting for it.
She's held up. She's a little bit upright there. Ow. And to Lau. And another ball to Zoe Smith, who seems to have been the main strike weapon for Hong Kong so far. And the ball spills out the side there, and Lynham forced to give the penalty away on the floor there. So just these close contact skills under pressure.
Hong Kong really looking quite exciting when they have their moments of attack.
Yeah, that's the third time that Zoe Smith has got clean away down this left edge. But you kind of get the feeling that the close contact skills of the Japanese and just the speed of thought in those close contact areas, Kim, is maybe just a gear too high for the Hong Kong girls at the moment.
I mean, and just that kick, that was an excellent kick, and we've seen this a few times. Japan comes under a little bit of pressure, and they manage to get their ball so far out that now they find themselves
a great steal at the line out there by Hong Kong. Chan got up and knocked that ball clean out of the hands. But having won that ball and fought so hard for it, Hong Kong are judged to have been holding on the floor.
There's the replay there. Excellent bit of defence then in the line out.
So Lau did really well, but it's a familiar story, and Otsuka pushes the ball into the corner.
Hong Kong on the 5. Okay, thank you. Yeah.
Otsuka there, 25-year-old, also from the ARWC Queen Club. They've got 6 representatives in this team as Taniguchi. They set this ball up, but the ball was dropped, so it had to be cleared away. And they now spread the ball to the left, and Kagawa, that ball just beats her into touch. So will be another line out, 5 metres.
Hong Kong line out.
5 metres from the line. Oh, and that ball just about a yard too strong for Kagawa, the scorer of the first try. So
could have been the scorer of another try. Beautiful little cross kick there. So tricky to get them spot on.
So Da purposefully taking her time here. And Chloe Baltazar, another good take. Shanna Forrest, good drive out there. And Japan are judged to have come offside or off their feet there. So some good first phase skills there. Da to Baltazar. The one-off runner, Shanna Forrest, got them onto the front foot, which immediately put Japan under a little bit of pressure. And Hong Kong with a really good kick there from Fung. That's without doubt her best strike of the day.
Absolutely.
Takes play.
Yeah. Right in front of the fans.
Absolutely. And we've had some fairly inclement weather in Hong Kong the last couple of days. So it's fantastic that so many people have made the trip out to Kings Park here as Da throws this ball in. On a good take by Chan and off the top. Fung, and another solid run by Forrest, who's met hard at the tackle line there. And Ao pulls it to Fung. And the ball dropping in front of Kagawa. And a decent chase there. But Kagawa strong and solid in the carry there. Some decent tackling there from Hong Kong. Some good line speed here. Zoe Smith pushes up hard on the outside. Cuts off that passing channel. But then just slips around the side of it. And referee Lim rightly calls that. So we've got about 5 minutes to go to half time. It's been a huge defensive effort this half from Hong Kong, Kim, but there have been some bright spots.
There have been some excellent moments. You can really feel that Hong Kong should be able to come away with some points in this game. I've really been impressed by the way they've been holding up Japan. Japan obviously have come into this game as favourites. They're coming into this tournament as favourites. It's the first step into their World Cup campaign. Winner of this tournament qualifies for the upcoming Rugby World Cup in England.
So a good ball from Japan again. Their line out functioning pretty well. Olsen Thorn and Kagawa hit hard there by Lynham. But she just keeps stepping through.
And Spey Lynham just bounces back up from that big tackle.
Kitano, the tight head prop there. And they go to the blind side. Rivers up and Kagawa hit hard. I think she's knocked the ball on there.
Great line speed there from Hong Kong. They're really coming up fast and hard in defence.
Kind of feels like Hong Kong just need a little bit of self-belief and a little bit of luck and the opportunity to play the game in the right area of the field. And it looks like Otsuka is again going to turn the screw. So great defence from Hong Kong so far, but it's been a very, very measured, clinical performance by Japan so far. So Taniguchi, another opportunity with this first phase. Oh, and they've gone short at the front there. Not quite sure whether that ball was dropped or whether it was the old 1-2 with the front of the line out there. But not gone the 5, and it's a free kick. So that'll put the ball into the hands of Hong Kong fly half, number 10. A lot of concentration there. She'll want to clear her lines. That again is a decent kick. Taking the ball outside the 22. It'll actually be a Japan throw, was a short arm penalty. So yet again the pressure comes piling back onto Hong Kong. So slightly overthrown there and a knock on by the halfback. So some decent pressure that Hong Kong are putting in this line, just forcing the Japanese to fluff their lines there. So big hand claps there from Tanya Dar, who was in the face of the halfback there. Really put some pressure on her.
Yeah, I've just got a few minutes left of this first half.
Ready?
There's been a lot of set pieces, a lot of line outs.
Yeah, this game has gone from scrum to line out, scrum to line out. And another good scrummage by the Japanese. Al clears the ball, but it's hit the ground. Olsen Thorn there tries to clean up, but it's gone loose. Some really, really good work on the floor there by Chong.
Japan managed to come away with it.
Oh, and a good tackle in the wide channel there by Chan. And they come back to the open side. Taniguchi, some good meters gained there. And Otsuka just spraying this ball wide, but a good tackle again in the wide channel by Zoe Smith. Oh, and Otsuka, seeing that Smith was tracking back, some really good play from her there. Yasuo, and about 5 meters out. Under a minute to go to half time. Hong Kong will be desperate to hold them out here.
Away now.
Making Japan fight really, really hard for this ball. Oh, and they've moved it out to Nagata right in the wide channel. Some really good defence there. They need to work to hold her up. And the ball is definitely over the line.
Held up.
Held up it is.
Held up, so great work there on the ground by Baltazar. Really put her body on the line there. So just about a few seconds to go here. And there is the hooter for half-time. But the ball will have to come back into play. So she can't kick direct touch. So Fung with this ball. Hong Kong are going to have to defend one last time in this half. She's checking everything here. And it looks like the ball has gone directly into touch. So that will be coming back for a scrummage. Absolutely the last thing that Hong Kong needed. They really needed that ball in play and to chase up and follow it. So
yeah, her weenie and shot here.
Sucking in the big ones there. Try and make absolutely sure that she's got every bit of energy from this scrummage.
Certainly been a lot of action for the front rows here today.
So as we've said, 650 kilos versus 630 to Hong Kong. Looks like a decent scrummage by the Japanese, inching their way to the line. Ball at the feet of Nagai. And a penalty there.
Looking to take it
quickly. Go quickly, spreading it out to the left. Trying to push it into the hands of Kagawa. But takes it on the inside, Sabay there. So, yet another penalty. Japan looked to go quickly, but the referee, they're about 7 or 8 metres out. Having a word there. And that is a yellow card. A yellow card there, so Hong Kong
for Natasha Olsen-Thorn
losing one of their most influential players, Tash Olsen-Thorn. And some really good, sensible play here from Japan, opting for the scrummage, knowing that Hong Kong are down to 14. If Hong Kong don't pack 8 in this scrummage, they'll get pushed over. But then they're a player down out wide. And as they come to this open side, the no-look pass hits the ground. Line them up in the face there. Oh, and it looks like PY has got her hands on that ball, and she's come away with that. That is fantastic work, and Hong Kong will just want to clear this ball off the field now. Al just taking her time.
Incredible bit of turnover work there from Hong Kong.
And just back there, and that will be half-time. Nearly 43 minutes played, and Japan 12 points to 0. So I'm sure that we'll get to look at some highlights there. But what are your initial thoughts, Kim?
Certainly, again, that hasn't eased on any pressure here. We're really impressed with the way Hong Kong has held off from their defence, because their defence has really had to deal with a lot. Japan's come out as we expected. They're slick, they move the ball well, and I'm excited for another 40 minutes of it.
Yeah, so as the players troop off, I think that has been a huge performance by Hong Kong. So we're going to get a look here at this initial try, I think. So some really good work there from fly half Otsuka. And then they move the ball, and Kagawa there, big, strong, powerful left winger, popping up on the right-hand side. And she spikes the ball into the ground. They had to go to the TMO, and then this really smart work. Front of the line out, Aroa scored there. Some great work. And that really was a captain's try. And so here we go, get one final look at Nagata scoring that. So as we head to half-time. A great half of rugby there. Japan holding a slender 12 points to 0 lead. We'll see you back after half-time. What does that mean?
Asia Rugby is more than 500,000 players, coaches, and organizers experiencing the game in this multicultural region. Established in 1968, Asia Rugby has expanded from 8 founding countries to more than 36 member unions, spanning Lebanon in the west to Guam in the east, Kazakhstan in the north, to Indonesia in the south. Home to more than half the world's population and an incredible 80% of its youth, Asia Rugby has grown from holding just one tournament every 2 years to running more than 15 international competitions each and every year, culminating in the iconic Asia Rugby Championship and the Asia Rugby 7 Series. Asia Rugby continues to grow the game through initiatives like Get Into Rugby, initiatives that have helped us expand our player base by more than 25% per year, initiatives designed to empower our kids with the knowledge and skills necessary to develop great players and inspire positive social change. Asia Rugby is a diverse collection of cultures bound together by our core values of integrity, passion, solidarity, discipline, and respect, driving our belief that rugby makes a positive contribution to people's lives. Asia Rugby is taking our great game, its spirit, and everything it stands for to over half the world's population. And we invite you to be part of it. Asia Rugby. We can do better, but together.
Our world is growing, and so is rugby. There are more players, more teams, more matches than ever before. Luckily, our game is simple. We only really need one thing to play it, and we buy millions of them every year. Unfortunately, too many end up in the wrong place, but some balls are made better. Rhino's recycled range is made with up to 80% recycled rubber. We are still not perfect, but it's a step in the right direction. You only need a ball, make it a good one. For rugby, for you, for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
A ball for the planet.
The Rhino recycled range. A ball for the planet.
How long to go? And welcome back to Kings Park, Rugby Pass TV. Good to have you broadcasting this, and anybody that is on the Hong Kong China Rugby YouTube channel as well. A fantastic first half of rugby. I think the pundits had probably called it that it would be a bigger score than it was. 12 points to 0 to Japan. A huge amount of defence for Hong Kong there, Kim.
I think Hong Kong really go into the half feeling really solid in the way their defence held up. And I also just love that not only were they having to deal, they were really proactive in their defence. We saw rash defence coming through. We saw positive defence there.
Good to see some of the young Hong Kong girls there. Haruka Yamatsu, I'm sure she will have mixed emotions being Japanese, but a Hong Kong representative, having just played in the the Krakow Sevens for Hong Kong.
And yeah, after having such a fantastic domestic season with Valley, she's been such a fun player to watch come through.
Japanese fans there. Brett Free, one of the board directors from Hong Kong, and in the background, Mr. Paul Skur. And there, Anita Vogel, Sam Hocking, Luke van der Schmidt in the cheap seats there, and Sabay Lynham. So Hong Kong out and ready for this second half, way ahead of Japan. I'm sure Royce Chan and the coaching team have given them some pointers, and have to say, if Hong Kong could actually have cleared their lines a little bit and got some depth on some of those kicks, they could have been in much better shape. Japan have literally just played on the fact that they can put position pressure, territory pressure on. There, Royce Chan just chewing on some chewing on some gum there. And skipper Pun, she has covered many of the blades of this artificial pitch here in Hong Kong.
And there, Agnes Chan.
She also has had a fantastic start to this game. I think the Hong Kong back row and Tash Olsen-Thorne in defence have been absolutely supreme. And Hong Kong managed to get away at the end there, having lost Tash Olsen-Thorne. And with all that defence, they probably scrubbed off 2 or 3 minutes of that yellow card, but that was huge defensive effort in those last 5 to 10 minutes of that first half by Hong Kong.
The Sakura now on the field. And they'll be kicking off for this second half here at Kings Park.
Time on.
Leslie McKenzie just making her way from the...
And away we go here at this second half of the Asia Rugby Championship, hosted in Hong Kong. It's Hong Kong, China versus Japan.
So decent work from Hong Kong to get themselves set up to clear this ball. Ow. Pulls it deep. Oh, that's a good take there by Kagawa, and she sets off, but as a fantastic tackle there by Chong. Some more solid defence there from Forrest. Good work by Dar there. Zoe Smith pushed up hard there. Japan have just sprung themselves just on that right edge. And now coming back through the big players.
Yoshimura there finding a bit of space.
Great line there. And this is one of the first times that Japan have really looked to open Hong Kong up. And a forward pass there. Referee Christabel Lim. Kagawa. There has been a really big influence, been looking for the ball. She came right off her left wing to score that initial try. And Hong Kong will be glad to see Chloe Balthazar make her way back. She's been one of the stars for Hong Kong. So that ball to Kagawa, hit hard by Balthazar. Young 24-year-old playing in her 6th cap from the Tigers Club here in Hong Kong. And her younger sister Michaela will likely get some game time sometime in this second half.
She's waiting eagerly on the bench. We've had some great scrums in this first half. This one's just getting reset.
So Al with the feed inside their own half. Sorry, inside their own 22. Al clears the ball. Great carry there by Georgia Rivers. And Japan making a mess of that, but in at the side.
Really been fiery at the breakdown of Japan. Don't come away with the ball this time.
It was 2 minutes when she was sent up, so just 8 minutes.
That was a good carry there by Rivers.
Back into the hands of Jasmine Fung there.
Yeah, Georgia Rivers, just 20 years old. One of the 4 Kowloon Rugby Club representatives.
Hey, that's too far. Please come in.
So Tanya Dar gets the call from Lau. Great kick there, as we see in replay. Fung with a ball there to her skipper. And not releasing in the tackle.
Penalties have been going the way of Hong Kong this second half.
So if Fung can carve off some territory here, they might be able to put some territory pressure firmly back onto this Japanese side.
Ball's landed right near the Hong Kong bench, into the hands of the medical team.
Hong Kong's head of medical, Lucy Clark. So Tanya Dar, great throw to Baltazar. PY comes round the front, great move there. Hong Kong need to get after her, and Al clears this ball to the left. Fung to Rivers. She makes a good call there to not move that ball. Some better work on the clean out there as Al comes back to the right. Tracking in, it's Chan. They get to the wide channel again, get the ball into the hands of Zoe Smith. Good clean out there by Lynham. Again, a decent phase of play here as Baltazar carries that hard. Good tackle there by the Japanese. Tanya Dar gets herself over the ball.
Back left they go.
Good carry from Turner.
Ball is there.
Now up to Tanya Dar, who carries it hard. She stayed really strong in that contact there. Hong Kong again. Baltazar hit hard behind the tackle line. Now Lau drops that shoulder. Great work there. And the ball hits the deck. And Japan come up with the turnover and the box kick over the top.
It's found the hands of Slay Lyman though.
Back to Fung. Good step there. Great work from Fung to get herself back onto the front foot there.
Hong Kong are putting themselves under pressure here. Taking too long at that ruck.
Back there, who is trying to milk the penalty, but Baltazar does the pick and go from the base.
Good decision there from Hong Kong.
No hands, no.
This has been one of the most phases that Hong Kong have held the ball. Ball has been in play here now.
Harini on the
good
ground
couple of minutes. Oh, and a good carry there from Turner. Gets her shoulders through. And now Fung to Rivers. Some good footwork there. Some decent work over the ball there. Forrest and Fung. Al cleans the ball. Tanya Dar. Again, some good work here. Lynham again, some good solid work there.
Tanya Dar battling through. What
great
excellent
defensive work here. Lau really had to put herself over the top of that ball. And Fung puts it in deep behind Japan. Well fielded by Lynham. And they give the ball back, and we've got to remember that Hong Kong still playing with only 14 players. And again, a deliberate knock-on. So this is absolutely fantastic play from 14 players for Hong Kong.
Such a different feel the second half. We're seeing a lot more ball in play. We had so many set pieces that felt so fractured in the first half. So actually great to see both teams moving the ball, getting some runs in, phase after phase.
I would imagine that knowing
Beautiful evening to be watching a bit of rugby out here in Hong Kong. As you said earlier, Cookie, we've gotten lucky with the weather. Had some torrential downpours.
beautiful evening, about 25 degrees here, but dry as Tanya Dar throws this ball in. Another great take from Rashini Turner. As Forrest peels away with it, and Georgia Rivers going up this tight side. Obviously a good planned move, but some great work over the ball there from Kato.
Natasha Olsen-Thorne just jumps up out of his seat. Should be looking to get onto the field again soon.
So the running clock says that we played about 9 minutes. I'd have thought that she had gone off long. So there it is, yellow card returns. She obviously could not return on a penalty. But that is a phenomenal 10-minute yellow card management from Hong Kong, not conceding a single point. That is a real testament.
And I'd say a step further, Hong Kong's played some of the most positive attacking rugby in the 10 minutes.
Hong Kong just seem to be knocking Japan off their balance here at the moment, and just making simple errors. Leslie McKenzie will not be happy with what she's seeing, and I can imagine that she would have had some pretty stern words for the team at half-time. So Harawini on the tight head side there. They'll need a big solid scrum from her here. They want to clear this ball away. Get themselves onto the front foot. So Olsen-Thorne is standing to the left-hand side with Zoe Smith down that blind side behind Al. Everybody else is spread across to the right-hand side.
Oh, they're ready to get the ball in.
So that's a decent solid scrum. And Forrest
Straight
to Olsen-Thorne.
Olsen-Thorne.
She makes really good ground down that blind side.
Rashini Turner there, in for the crash.
Former English Premiership player, and the ball gets into the hands of Dar. Does well on the floor there. Her front row counterpart there, Lau. So they've now got a penalty on the 10-metre line, Japanese 10-metre line. Again, Hong Kong just composing themselves, taking their time.
Tammy Lau in shot there.
What do you want to do? Oi.
Balthazar just tying her shoelaces. And
Zoe Smith is going to have an attempt at the posts here.
so Zoe has had great feet so far. 32-year-old player from the Valley Club, who are the Hong Kong Premiership champions. She played a big part in that final win over Hong Kong Football Club this year.
She's got an excellent boot on her.
So,
Of course, we haven't had too many kicks in this game. Hong Kong's had no opportunity to test it themselves.
she's given that a decent nudge, but it falls just short and to the right. But crucially, Hong Kong keep the Japanese pinned in just outside their own 22. Decent strike there from Zoe. And almost certainly a good thing to do Looked like she probably snapped at it, perhaps right on the end of her range, Kim.
She's got pretty far range. There's a lot of her Valley teammates cheering on. Chloe Chan, of course, 7 star for Hong Kong.
Da with this throw. Oh, bit of a mix-up on the lift there. And Japan come away with it. It's an opportunity for them to release some pressure. Oh, good ball there.
Japan haven't had too many moments in the second half. They'll be keen to build one now.
Oh, good tackle there by Hurawini. Forces the knock on. Great double tackle there. And getting Kitano there.
Japan just really coming short a bit to Hong Kong in the second half.
Yeah, it's almost like they're looking inside themselves. And the referee's called for time off. The Hong Kong mechanic there just giving some running repairs there to skipper PY, no doubt picking up some messages from the coaching team. But 14 minutes in, this has been a great start to this second half by Hong Kong. And Hurawini on this tight head side for Hong Kong. Really solid scrummage. And again, Forrest to Thorne to Lynham, just steps through the contact there and holds on to it. Great work. On Lau, hit really hard in the tackle there. Great tackle there from Yoshimura. And Rivers to Hurawini.
Continue going right. Rashini Turner there.
Turner, she's got her knee to the ground there. It's been finally released.
Quick little ball. Oh, we found
there.
Payan. She kicks to keep it in. Forcing a clearance there from Hong Kong.
A decent clearance there from Imakugi. So a couple of substitutions there. On comes Hooker, Kuge. So Hong Kong still putting the pressure on here. 12 points to 0 with 25 minutes to go. Da throwing into this five-man line out.
Japan sneak the ball back into their own hands.
Amazingly, after a really good first 50 minutes, the Hong Kong line-out's broken down a couple of times there. On the ball, not fine touch, and Otsuka brings it. Good tackle and chase there by Lynham. Oh, another great tackle on the tackle line there.
Almost found a little bit of space they have Hong Kong.
Baltazar came away with it. Turner, double work after the tackle there. And now Hong Kong get the ball out. Again, Lynham on twinkle toes feet there. Good half-back trailing line there.
Hong Kong come away with the penalty as well. You can hear big cheers here from the Hong Kong bench.
This has been an absolutely fantastic first 17 minutes of this second half. See this ball here. The ball moved. Great pass there by Rivers. Some great feet there by Chong.
She hasn't found too much space, but she can be certainly very dangerous. She scored a very famed try in the World Cup that we spoke about, 2017. One of the players to last play Japan.
So, coach Royce Chan there, looking on anxiously. She would make an absolutely fantastic poker player, never gives anything away in facial expression. And a change of kicker here, Georgia Rivers. Slightly closer than the earlier one from Zoe Smith. Takes a few deep breaths here. Just calming herself. Couple of steps in. That's a good kick, but just falls short. And that's a deep kick. And Lynham doesn't get it on the first go, but picks it up on the second. Baltazar getting her shoulders warm there. Turner. The Hong Kong second row is working in tandem here, Kim.
It's really a big shift put in by a lot of these forwards.
And the ball goes down, misses Baltazar. Fung gets her hands on it and has to carry it into contact. Good to see the backs working hard here. Tanya Dar, that's a good solid carry. But the referee says holding on.
Kind of
now
taking
Japan
it quickly.
quicken it up.
Yep, and under finds Tash Olsen-Thorne, and if you give Tash Olsen-Thorne a little bit of space, she's going to find all the holes to run through.
And Japanese skipper there, Nagata, just forces the...
Got a Japanese player down as well. The big
cross kick here. And it's a knock on.
Chloe Baltazar there with the ball. Chan trying to come away with it.
It's a good counter up by the Japanese.
Read player down over here, Bell.
Yep.
Once again.
Time off.
Just loving their aggression in the ruck.
Marks, yeah?
A really good breakout there by Tash Olsen-Thorne once that ball dropped into her hands. And it took all the skill and guile of Iroha Nagata, the Japanese captain, who actually is, I think, still down on the far side, getting some attention.
Olsen-Thorne, of course, plays a lot of sevens.
Prem. Oh, Prem, okay.
Michaela Baltazar getting some cheers here from the sidelines as she's looking to come onto the field.
In fact, that is Kagawa, who is down the try scorer of the first try. So, as we go into the final quarter of this match, Japan hold a 12-0 lead over Hong Kong, China. As Kagawa makes her way back to her left wing. The heat here in Hong Kong, as we said, it's a beautiful balmy evening, but 25 degrees here in the tropics. The humidity is up and taking its toll. So we have a scrum feed for Hong Kong. And Michaela Baltazar is on for Hong Kong. The younger sister of second row Chloe.
She's subbed.
Solid
Agnes
scrummage by Hong Kong there.
Chan.
And a really good carry by Rivers.
Rivers has been crashing up the middle all night here. Hirawini there with the ball.
Use it, half.
Proud. Getting her troops in order. Gone for the kick.
So deep kick, but Japan on the ball. Nutmegs Kagawa there. And a good chase line here. Some really good kick chase here.
Michaela Baltazar right in there.
Hong Kong will want to make sure that they make Japan play away from here.
Japan still with ball in hand.
Good tackle by Forrest and Lau.
They're looking to get this out of the danger
taken
zone.
back in. And it goes out on the full with the ball having been taken back into the 22. So a decent clearance there from Fung. The bounce nutmegged Kagawa, and then the chase was on.
Just feel for Japan that any little piece of luck's not going their way this second half. Will Hong Kong be able to capitalize in this position though? They've got a line out. Tanya Da once again.
On the ball through the fingertips of Baltazar. It's a real shame. Hong Kong's line out in the first half was absolutely rock solid. Some good D on the outside there from Zoe Smith and Olsen Thorne. Getting stuck in here.
Zoe Smith's
really
defensive work has been incredible this evening.
Forcing Japan to kick to touch again. So this second half has pretty much been all Hong Kong China, Kim.
Absolutely. They've just been a team that's come out with more fire. Sometimes it feels like things are going your way, but it's because you're fighting hard for them to go your way.
Shanna Forrest there. Lau just giving last minute instructions to Da for this line out throw. And again through the fingertips of Baltazar, but Harawini picks up the crumbs, and Lau getting round the corner there. It's Fung to Rivers. And the ball bouncing off a Japanese player.
Tough one for Tash Olsen Thorne to keep a handle of, but she did. And onwards do Hong Kong go.
Rivers just brought the defence onto Rashini Turner, but she gets the ball back. Baltazar just drops her shoulders in, but more great defence there from Japan. Replacement scrum half Megumi Abe, winning her 20th cap here. She made her debut against Australia in 2021. She's the smallest player on the field at 147 centimetres. So again, good shot of the crowd there. Lots of support in from Japan.
Spoke about it a few times in the first half. Japan really managed to capitalize on a good kick followed by a set piece.
Oh, the ball hits the ground in the midfield. Good first up tackling there. Abe digs in. Nagata.
Advantage.
Oh, caught in there. Shanna Forrest. And they just dink the ball over the top and line them. This young 21-year-old has looked really cool, calm and collected at the back so far, Kim.
She certainly has been in it. There's a sweeper galore evening that she has had. She's covered well.
And
she seems
really interesting
not
here.
rattled by all this pressure Japan's put under.
Yeah, they've opted to kick at goal. So far, Tsuko is 50% from the tee. But this one is about 3 or 4 metres inside that right-hand 15-metre line. So just outside the right-hand upright.
I'd say that's indicative of how Japan's feeling this half. It's been a 0-0 half so far. Hong Kong, of course, has had 2 opportunities at post that they've missed.
Oh, that's a really good strike again.
Flags are up this time, though, for Japan.
So Otsuko with Otsuka there extends that lead out to 15 points to 0 over Hong Kong, China, as we move into the final quarter of this game. It's a real shame Hong Kong have had a couple of digs at penalties in this second half. Really good carry by Sato. On the ball, hits the deck, and Rashini Turner is all over that, putting some pressure onto the Japanese side. It looks like Hong Kong have come up with the ball, so Lau out to PY, and they're working hard, but not supporting their own weight.
Quickly.
Some great work there, just about a metre short of the line, and somebody has dived over for that, and the referee says it's short.
Dear Herwini there, short
Hong
again.
Kong's best opportunity so far.
Tanya Dar
goes short.
Just a wall there,
Shanna
Japanese
Forrest.
players.
Oh, and she's over. Shanna Forrest for Hong Kong. Fantastic work, and nothing less than Hong Kong deserve. With about 13 minutes to play, they get themselves onto the scoreboard. Hong Kong, China, 15 points to 5 with the kick to come.
Fully deserved team try there, and also Shanna Forrest is, I just feel like, put in such a shift this evening.
Yeah, halfback Abe looked to spread the ball back, but went over the top of the waiting kicker, and Rashini Turner was all over it and put so much pressure on it, caused the turnover, and yeah, set up that fantastic opportunity for Forrest to close the gap to 10 points, and Zoe Smith sucking in the big ones just to try and calm herself down. And it actually shows that opting to take that penalty kick was a good move from Japan. And Smith is good with the conversion.
Slicing that one right down the middle. Beautiful pick there from Zoe Smith. No, absolutely, because Japan have put themselves in a nice position, being just over that 2 converted try number.
So with about 10 minutes to go, Hong Kong, China put themselves into a position 15-7, just 8 points behind.
Hands the Hong Kong captain there.
This is going to be a crucial exit for Hong Kong here, and Abe goes quickly. She's decided that she's going to take this into her own hands, and now they keep it tight. Nisho Nagata there with a really solid carry.
Big fight there from Japan.
This is the closest that Japan have been in 30 minutes of this half. Great tackle there by Dar. Hong Kong really need to put their bodies on the line here. Another good tackle on Japan. Skipper Nagata there. Good work from Forrest. And it looks like she has dived over there. Nisho Nagata from the Mie Pearls Club.
She's been playing rugby in New Zealand with the Blues, the Auckland Blues.
So a really quick strike back from Japan, scoring try number 3 for them. It's a real shame for Hong Kong. It's kind of, let's hope it hasn't burst the bubble. There's still 9 minutes to go in this game. But Otsuko, the way she has been kicking, you'd feel that she will take this out to 22 points to 7. And she does. So Japan 22, Hong Kong, China 7. There are obviously bonus points for 4 tries in this competition, but it's likely to come down directly to wins and losses. So Hong Kong ringing the changes, changing both props. So Chan Hoi Tung and Lee Ka Shun coming on for Hong Kong. And I can see Chow Mei Nam, one of Hong Kong's most experienced players of all time.
She's in there at 19. Former captain of this team as well.
Again, some good work defensively in the wide channels from Hong Kong, forcing Japan to play from deep here. Ball pushed deep. Fung to Lynham, who goes aerial. She's found some space at the back there.
Excellent boot there from Lynham.
And that's a great net gain for Hong Kong there. So the ball going out of play. And also Tanya Da has made way for Fionn Gott. Hong Kong PE teacher will now be throwing the ball into this line out.
Discussion there from the
Winning her
forwards.
7th cap here today. Oh, through the hands of Chow Mei Nam. Gets picked up by Lee at the tail. And Turner fighting the counter ruck from Japan. Rivers slips the first tackle.
She's still going, Georgia
an immense
Rivers.
game so far. Japan, some real line speed, some real heat coming through here.
There's a huge tackle there.
Ball picked up off the toes, but given as a knock on. Japan come away with it. Abe puts the ball over the top, and Fung does everything she can to recover it, but the referee's played advantage there. And now, with 5 minutes to go, changes there. Wan, Qian and Poon all on in the backs for Hong Kong.
So, if she's up, what's the number?
Royce Chan taking the opportunity to clear the bench.
Bayline coming off.
5 minutes to go and a 15-point margin. This game might have gotten away from them, so it's absolutely crucial that all the girls get some game time ahead of what will be an absolutely crucial game on Saturday week at Hong Kong Football Club when Hong Kong take on Kazakhstan. Good take at the front of the line there. Chow Mei Nam knocks the ball on as she comes through. Oh,
the pressure from Hong Kong here in
real line
defence.
speed here. Tash Olsen-Thorne, absolutely fantastic play.
We had Fiangat, Cheyenne and Tash Olsen-Thorne all pushing up there beautifully in defence.
Fionn got really working hard there. And the referee says holding on, and Otsuko at fly half has really played her part for Japan. She kind of marshalled them around in the first half, and let's be honest, the game was won almost in the first 9 to 10 minutes when Japan went 12-0 ahead.
Her boot tonight has been spectacular.
Decent touch finder there.
Yeah, we speak about those first half tries. It really had a lot to do with Japan being able to alleviate pressure and put themselves into positive position. A lot was that thanks to her boots.
Good take from Japan there. And Otsuko doubles round, and that's a great offload.
The space has been found. She's going to go all the way under the post.
Hatada there.
Number 13, Sakurako Hatada.
So Hatada there with the bonus point try for Japan. Opens up a 27 points to 7 lead over Hong Kong China. Leslie McKenzie looking slightly happier there, but having beaten Kazakhstan 72-0 this time last year, I think she would have been hoping for a slightly more flattering scoreline here today for the Japanese. But Hong Kong China have absolutely made them play for every inch that Japan have gained.
Absolutely, Japan have had to work for these points. It's only starting to feel a little bit opened up now in the last few minutes here.
So the conversion is good from Otsuka. So Japan 29, Hong Kong China 7. It's
a replay there, this try.
A scoreline that I would say at the moment is slightly flattering for Japan. Hong Kong, and that ball bouncing perilously in the 22 for Japan. Are they going to run from deep? 2 minutes left on the clock. Hong Kong would love to finish with a score here. The ball's on the ground again, and it's popped up into the hands of Chian. And they've got the penalty coming. So Hong Kong need to clear this ball away from here.
It's all a bit messy at the moment here. Shanna Forrest there to move it forward.
So Hong Kong getting it through the phases here, trying to get themselves organised. Japan are very, very organised in defence.
Big fight there from Nam.
They do not overcommit. And it is a try for Hong Kong at the end. Fantastic work there. What great work there from Chong Ka-yan. And as we said when Shanna Forrest went over, it is absolutely nothing less than Hong Kong deserve. They have played absolutely their part in this Asia Rugby Women's Championship 2024. Up in lights, in neon lights there, Agnes and Fionn with plenty of support in the crowd. In the background, head of performance, Joe Hull. As Zoe Smith lines up what could be one of the last acts of the game. There's only about 15 seconds to go. So and it is just wide, so as the hooter goes to the end of the game, we will have one last kick-off. So Japan 29, Hong Kong China 12. Absolutely fantastic finish there. Chow Mei Nam, former captain. Some really good work there. Otsuka kicks off, and she kicks deep. She's going to force Hong Kong to come right from their own line. Tracking out towards this right-hand touchline. Be interesting to see whether Hong Kong want to play from deep here, or whether they're happy to bank this game. No, they're going to play.
Certainly do have a few fresh legs on.
Michaela Baltazar. So they clear the ball away, and they kick deep. And it's about to be fielded here by Ando, who just takes the ball into touch. So 29 points to Japan, Hong Kong, China 12. We pan on to Leslie McKenzie there, who is probably a fairly relieved coach, I would imagine, for the Japanese side there, Kim.
Yeah, I certainly don't think that you would have expected Hong Kong to have put Japan under so much pressure, particularly in the second half. You were a betting person, I'm sure. You would have expected a very dominant Japanese performance as a Hong Kong.
Yeah, it was the first 20 minutes of that second half were absolutely enthralling, and it was all Hong Kong. So in a few moments here, we're going to get to see the full match highlights as we see the players shaking hands, and I know that Hong Kong and Royce Chan will be overjoyed with that performance. So the highlights there, that was Otsuka taking the penalty in the second half. That was important for them. It put them 15-0 ahead. And then Shanna Forrest here.
Popping over there for Hong Kong's first try.
And that brought the score to 15-5. She just let the Japanese go low on her and just snuck over the top and got the ball down. It's absolutely fantastic work there.
Japan, of course, then hit back quite quickly. Scoring a similar try of their own.
Number 19, Misho Nagata, 80 kilogram, 23-year-old, burrows away over there. Really good second leg drive there from her. And then really, I think we have to say the only time that Hong Kong were carved apart for the fourth try for Japan, Otsuka doubled around and Hatada on her shoulder. And then
not all the fun was over.
Yeah. And an absolutely fantastic try there from Chong.
Certainly kept a lot of the fun for the last 15 minutes of the game.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic work there from Hong Kong. And yeah, really, really good to see them finish the game off in that style. So I know that we are going to cross in a moment to talk to the winning captain. So Leslie McKenzie in the huddle there with her Japanese team. All of those players intently listening to every word she says, as Royce Chan and the Hong Kong coaching team delivering similar words. I can honestly say that every one of those 23 Hong Kong girls and the 31 in the wider squad should be very, very proud of their performance tonight. And so we're now going to cross over to Gate from Asia Rugby, who is with our winning captain, Iroha Nagata.
Nagata-san, congratulations on the win. First game of the campaign, a bit tighter than people expected. How did that go for you?
まず勝ちきれたところは次のステージに一歩近づいたのかなと思うところで、苦しい展開もあったんですけど、しっかり この中4日で次のカザフスタンに向けてしっかり修正して臨みたいと思います。
Yeah, it was a good win. It was good. We executed the winning, but we had some tough time in the game. But we have next game too, to looking forward, and we have 4 days to fix it, and we're gonna move on to the next game.
With 10 minutes to go when Hong Kong scored their try and it got close, what was the message to the players?
10分残り10分のところでちょっと点数取られましたけど、その時のメッセージ、プレイヤーに対するメッセージは何て伝えますか？
まずディシプリン、規律のところを守ろうって言ってました。
Yeah, she sent a message to the players. Let's keep the discipline higher.
Good stuff. Kazakhstan next. Good luck, and have good recovery.
Kazakhstan, 次頑張ってください。リカバリーして。
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So fantastic words there from Japan captain Iroha Nagata. She certainly said that Hong Kong China gave them some much tougher times in that game than they had expected, but they're pleased to get away with a win and a bonus point. Kim, what are your final thoughts on the game?
Oh, I think, as you said, Hong Kong should be really proud of themselves. Of course, this isn't a one-off game. This is game 1 of the Asia Rugby Championship. Both teams have yet to play Kazakhstan, and for Hong Kong, that will be one that they will really want to come away with the win, and I think they can go into it feeling really strong. Yeah. Kazakhstan, of course, will need to play Japan first, and they do this on Monday, right here at Kings Park.
Kickoff is 7 p.m. in the evening, and again live here on Rugby Pass TV. So thank you everybody listening in on Rugby Pass TV as we sign off from Hong Kong.
Good night.
Vale, sí,